Stem breakages have been accepted as part of the job in harvesting operations for years, but now the team at Mechanised Cable Harvesting in the Upper South Island is challenging that notion. They've equipped their new Timber Pro 765D feller buncher with a fixed felling head to prevent breakages and improve the way the machine bunches for the Yardar grapple. It's not a new idea. The Aussies have been doing it for years and they've been getting great results. It just took a while for it to reach these shores. But now that it has, the rest of the industry in New Zealand is sitting up and taking notice. For Nathan Taylor and Hamish Matthews, who run Mechanised Cable Harvesting out of Nelson, the introduction of the Australian-made KF800 fixed felling head on the end of that Timber Pro has been a revelation. They've already reduced their stem breakages to next to nothing because the operator is able to guide the tree to the ground in a controlled manner instead of letting it crash down and possibly fracture into several pieces. They've upped their productivity too. With as much as 20% of stems being broken in harvesting operations around the country, that's a significant loss in value, even if those broken pieces are retrieved, reckons forestry consultant Ian Wilson. He saw how contractors in Gippsland, in the Australian state of Victoria, were making a much better job of recovering full stems using fixed felling heads, and suggested the idea to Nathan and Hamish. They bought the Timber Pro and KF800 in the middle of last year to work with their Yardar crew up on the Golden Downs, just south of Wakefield. The big head weighs in at 3.5 tonnes, so it's built to cope with our meaty radiata trees. It does seem a bit odd at first to see a knuckle at the top instead of a dangle arrangement, but it's more dexterous than it looks. It can tilt forward just over 90 degrees and then back a bit in the vertical plane, but more importantly, it has a 360 degree rotation horizontally, which makes it very useful for jobs like shoveling out in the cutover, as well as bunching stems into easily grabbed piles for the Yardar grapple. Very handy for working in work throw too. Nathan and Hamish say the flow of wood up to the landing has significantly increased due to the improved bunching on the hill, but the most impressive result has been in the virtual elimination of breakages. The processor is having a field day with optimising full-length stems and delivering better log-making decisions. The whole operation just seems to flow much better, and at the end of the day, they're getting more value from that 20% of stems that either came up to the landing in smaller pieces or sometimes stayed out in the hill. The best illustration of the improvement in efficiency and production is the stack of poles on the side of the landing, which are much sought after by farmers in the Nelson region. That stack would have been half the size before the KF800 and Timber Pro arrived.